The 5 types of stock investments. Even during the best times, the stock market often confuses and scares certain people. Thus, it should be no surprise that during these times, when, after about a decade of an ever-rising stock market, we have witnessed near-record-breaking fluctuations on a daily basis, in both a positive and negative direction. Many have, in the past month or so, witnessed the asset market value of their portfolios drop dramatically. Since it is generally unwise to overreact to what occurs in one trading day or shorter period, it makes sense to pay keen attention to what is causing this, and why. Before the onset of the current pandemic, many experts predicted a recession either this year or next. One reason is recessions occur periodically, but another reason is the appearance of our economy, and thus, its impact on the stock exchange, have been somewhat propped up by the huge amounts of monies pumped in by the federal government by a combination of trillion-dollar deficits, as well as artificially low interest rates. Many wonder these days how they should invest for what is probably coming up in this regard. With that in mind, this video will attempt to briefly consider, examine, review, and discuss 5 possible types or categories to prioritize. Defensive stocks. Stocks, which generally fluctuate less because their industries are considered necessities and are more predictable, are often called defensive stocks. In most cases, companies known as utilities, which includes electric and gas companies, fit this niche. These types generally pay consistent, reliable dividends, and undergo far less fluctuation. Niche-focused. Think about what might be considered essential in the near to intermediate term. What specific niche industries might become more in demand? For example, based on what has occurred, we might consider corporations who focus on laboratory testing, medical research, medical, scientific equipment, supplies, etc., might perform better than most others. Balanced. There is no such thing as a crystal ball when it comes to investing and investment strategies. For this reason, it might make sense to create a balanced, well-considered portfolio which emphasizes financial fundamentals rather than merely market timing, speculation, etc. Value-based. We often hear about value investing, but in uncertain times, real value becomes even more relevant. Consider companies which have quality basics fundamentals, meaning whose price went down more because of overall trends than their own weaknesses. Asset management mutual fund. One strategy to consider in order to let investment professionals better guide you is to invest in asset management mutual funds with historical consistency in both rising and falling markets. Are you interested in investing but don't know exactly which markets and industries to consider? You're not alone, there are many beginners and casual investors who need a lot of advice as well. It never hurts to diversify your portfolio, but you probably already know this. Never put all of your money into one investment. That being said, what are some of the best investment opportunities right now? What are some of the ones you should definitely look into? If you like this video, please subscribe.